Okay, let's unpack this. Um, have you ever looked up at the sky and felt, well, different? Not just, a shift in the weather, but something deeper, a subtle, almost palpable change in the very fabric of the heavens above. It's this quiet observation that, well, it seems many of us are sharing, this whispered sense that something in the sky is really transformed.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it?
And one compelling aspect of this is that it's far from a fleeting thought for just a few individuals. It's actually a remarkably widespread perception, and it seems to be gaining momentum. So today we're taking a deep dive into a really intriguing collection of observations. These are shared by Zurian of Sirius from the GFL Station YouTube channel, right? Zurian of Sirius, I've seen some of that material.
Exactly. And this source explores the idea that the new light is entering and how it's reportedly, transforming our whole experience of the sky. Now, it's worth saying this perspective draws pretty heavily from a specific spiritual and New Age framework. So we'll be breaking down concepts like 5D light and Earth's ascension to really understand what these seemingly subtle shifts might signify, not just for the sky, but, well, for us.
Absolutely. And that's our mission for this deep dive, isn't it? To explore these really remarkable accounts, everything from the changing quality of light to clouds that seem to have, well, personality, and to try and understand what these shifts might signify for our planet and for us as individuals. So you're ready to maybe tune in and see the sky in a whole new light.
Let's begin by exploring how many people are sensing this kind of brand new presence in the sky itself. It's a sentiment you hear echoing across quite a few communities now. The sky itself looks and feels different than it once did.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not just talking about atmospheric conditions or, local weather patterns. It feels deeper, more fundamental, this change in how the heavens are perceived. Mm-hmm. Some describe it as brighter yet somehow softer.
Brighter yet softer, yeah. And having this crystalline clarity, like it shimmers right at the edge of your perception, almost like looking through, freshly polished glass.
That's a good way to put it. Others talk about a feeling that the heavens have drawn nearer.
Closer.
Yeah, or even that the sky is wrapping more closely around the earth in a loving embrace. A real tangible, intimate closeness that they feel wasn't quite there before. It's a pretty profound shift, really, from seeing it as just a distant backdrop to experiencing it as an active, engaging entity.
Wow. And what about this idea of it being aware?
Well, that's a remarkable observation that comes up again and again in these accounts. This consistent sense of the sky being aware, alive with a quiet intelligence. It's no longer perceived as just this passive canvas. Instead, it reportedly shimmers with personality and presence, almost as if it is looking back at you.
Looking back at you. That's intense.
It is, and this is particularly noted within communities identifying as star seeds or awakening souls. Maybe we should quickly touch on those terms. Star seeds, that's often used by people who feel their souls originated from, other star systems or dimensions. There's the sense of a deep, ancient, cosmic connection.
Right, a feeling of not being originally from Earth.
Exactly. And awakening souls, that generally refers to individuals going through a significant spiritual expansion or shift in consciousness, often comes with heightened sensitivity. And these groups frequently report a more profound connection. They describe sunsets that reach deeper into their spirit, or midday light that feels as if it carries a message specifically for them. It's almost as though the entire firmament has kind of woken up alongside us.
And the source, Zurian, emphasizes that you are not imagining it, that this living canvas above is responding to the shift in your awareness, acting, as it puts it, as a mirror for the consciousness rising within humanity.
Precisely. So, as our own inner world maybe brightens with new understanding, new curiosity, the sky is said to reflect that. It starts unveiling colors and sensations that might have been hidden or just overlooked before. What was once maybe static and distant now seems to pulse with this undeniable life and intent. Almost like, a great cosmic eye has opened overhead, fostering this shared realization that the vault of heaven might possess its own soul.
Okay, so moving from that general presence, the source makes a very specific claim about the quality of the sunlight itself undergoing a transformation. This feels like something many people might sense intuitively, but maybe have a hard time putting into words. Can you tell us more about how this shift in the sun's rays is being described?
Yeah, the descriptions are quite vivid, actually, and pretty detailed. People talk about moments when the sunlight feels gentler on the eyes, yet somehow more penetrating to the spirit.
Gentler but more penetrating. How does that work?
Well, imagine the midday sun, which you might remember as harsh or blinding, right? Now, it's often described as feeling like a cascade of warm golden presence that envelops you in comfort. It's a light that soothes rather than, overwhelms.
Okay, I can kind of imagine that. A warmer, softer feel.
Exactly. And there's even talk of a crystalline brilliance, as if the air were filled with tiny diamonds refracting a higher octave of radiance, creating beams that shimmer with an almost liquid quality, sort of flowing down in currents of color and warmth. It really represents a distinct and very different sensory experience from what many people remember.
Wow, light with a liquid quality.
Yeah.
That's a powerful image. It sounds like this isn't just about brightness or temperature then. It's more a sensation that the light itself carries its own profound message, a deeper resonance going beyond just illumination.
Precisely. It's almost like receiving a subtle, silent communication from the sun itself.
So the light has intelligence.
That's what the source suggests. That the light itself carries intelligence within it, subtle codes and patterns that speak directly to your heart. And this is attributed to what it calls a new spectrum of higher dimensional light filtering through Earth's atmosphere, specifically 5D light.
Okay, 5D light. Can you unpack that a bit for listeners who might not be familiar with the term?
Sure. Within this spiritual framework, 5D, or fifth dimensional light, refers to a higher frequency, more refined energy. It's reportedly saturating Earth's atmosphere now. It's described as being finer and more coherent. So it's not just physically illuminating things, but it's believed to be actively interacting with us on a cellular and spiritual level, kind of fostering remembrance and awakening.
So it's not just theoretical. People feel they're actually experiencing this.
That's the claim. It's something people are actively perceiving and integrating personally, describing it as a qualitative shift where light isn't just observed, but experienced.
Right. And so for us, on a personal day-to-day level, what does this infusion of 5D light actually mean? How might this heightened, more intelligent light affect our individual experiences?
Well, looking at the wider implications, many people notice moments when standing under the sun feels like receiving a transmission. Like each ray is a gentle whisper, an embrace, a spark of remembrance, awakening something dormant within.
A transmission, like information or energy.
Both, potentially. Some describe a gentle tingling sensation as their body sort of drinks in these refined frequencies, almost as if their cells are recognizing a familiar melody, you know? This whole experience is framed as the sun communicating in a language of light as the planet descends.
Okay, as the planet ascends.
Yeah.
What does that mean here?
Right. So when the source refers to the planet ascends, it's talking about Earth undergoing a vibrational shift, moving into a higher energetic state. And these solar rays are reportedly adjusting to nourish our evolving consciousness through this process. The result is meant to be a sunlight that illuminates not only the world around you, but also the inner landscape of your soul, leaving you with a feeling of clarity and profound connection, as if the light itself acknowledges you, greets you like an old friend.
Wow. Okay, so beyond the sheer quality and the feel of the light, the sky also seems to be experimenting with colors. Colors never seen before. It's like the atmosphere has unleashed a whole new palette, dazzling us with hues that feel completely novel and, well, deeply impactful. Have you noticed the startling hues that now grace the horizons at dawn and dusk? It sounds like more than just a pretty sunset.
Oh, definitely more. The source paints an incredibly rich picture of these phenomena. We hear of sunrises arriving in radiant pinks and golds that set the clouds aflame. Hues so vivid they seem to, well, sing to your heart and awaken something deep inside.
Pinks and golds, setting clouds aflame.
Yeah, and at twilight, the heavens often blush into deep violets and indigos, richer and more mysterious than any memories of past skies, transforming the familiar into something truly ethereal. And even more surprising, sometimes people report a band of turquoise or opalescent green will shimmer between the clouds. A color so unexpected it just momentarily stops your thoughts, takes your breath away. These aren't described as minor variations, they're deeply impactful, soul-stirring experiences.
It certainly sounds breathtaking, almost like the sky is alive with artistry, deliberately creating these spectacles for us. It's hard to imagine these being just random atmospheric occurrences when they're described with such emotional and spiritual impact, stirring something deep within.
Exactly. And one compelling aspect of this is the claim that these shifts carry a living quality. They do more than please the eye, they stir the soul. So the source suggests a sky bathed in violet might awaken a sense of mysticism, while maybe a rose gold dawn light fills you with gentle hope or sudden inspiration.
So the colors have feelings or frequencies.
That's the idea. From this perspective, the atmosphere is reportedly infused with new frequencies that express themselves in color. The core concept here is that the veil between dimensions is thinning, and through the thinning veil pours an expanded spectrum of light.
The thinning veil. Can you elaborate on that concept?
Sure. Conceptually, you can imagine this veil as a kind of energetic filter, something that has historically separated our ordinary perception from higher, more subtle realities or dimensions. As this filter supposedly thins or becomes more permeable, it's believed we can start to perceive an expanded spectrum of light and information. Things that have always been present, but were previously just beyond our grasp. Almost like seeing new layers of reality unfold before our very eyes. Many who witness these phenomena report feeling that the heavens are literally planting messages, each unusual hue carrying a vibration, a feeling, an invitation to pause and just soak in the magic.
Wow. And it's not just the colors either, right? Even the clouds. They've reportedly begun to show their playful souls. Have you caught a glimpse of clouds with what feels like unmistakable personality? Shapes that are just too precise, too meaningful to be mere coincidence.
Oh, absolutely. The source offers incredible, almost fantastical examples. People report seeing a cloud spread like an angel with wings unfurled.
An angel cloud.
Yeah. Or a perfect heart outlined in white against the blue, maybe appearing at an uncanny moment of need or reflection. Many have marveled at clouds shaped like great ships, long and lens-shaped, hovering with uncanny symmetry, almost hinting at something more hidden within their misty forms.
Ships in the clouds.
Right. Or sometimes faces seem to peer through the high mists or animals gallop across the horizon, formed by nothing more than wind and vapor. Or you might spot an unmistakable emblem, perhaps an eye or a feather, etched against the sky so precisely it gives you genuine pause. These aren't described as just fleeting resemblances. They're seen as deliberate, almost curated formations.
So, these shapes, they aren't just random passing whims of the wind, are they? It truly sounds like there's an intentionality behind them, a purpose beyond just physics.
Well, that perceived intentionality is a deeper consideration here. The source suggests these formations arrive with a feeling beyond the visual, almost like a gentle nudge in your intuition, a friendly whisper that says, "Look, we are here."
A whisper from the clouds.
Kind of. This implies that the clouds are carrying on conversations without words, drawing your attention to a subtle intelligence that flows through nature. What was once dismissed as random now feels deliberate, each cloud shape potentially carrying a touch of humor or comfort or wisdom, as if the sky itself were an artist sketching messages for those with eyes to see. It's noted that children often point and laugh at these whimsical shapes, right? And from this perspective, the child within all of us recognizes them too, engaging in this silent, playful collaboration with the living sky.
That's beautiful. And then there's the magic appearing around the sun and moon in plain sight. Luminous halos, for instance. Those once felt like a really rare, special thing, but now they seem to be showing up more frequently, almost becoming part of the new normal. Have you started noticing these more often?
I think many people have. What were once considered infrequent phenomena now seem to occur with striking regularity, sparking delight and awe in those who observe them. Seeing the sun crowned with a circle of iridescent light, colors shimmering in thin cloud, feels like glimpsing a portal or maybe a piece of sacred geometry drawn large in the sky.
Like a portal.
Yeah, these atmospheric displays carry a whisper of the mystical, prompting that sense of wonder. And it's not just halos. Iridescent clouds, puffs shimmering with rainbow hues, have also begun to grace clear skies at unexpected moments. Not only after rain, but even on otherwise ordinary afternoons. Each halo or flash of prismatic colors seems to announce that something special is afoot, as if the sky itself is celebrating and revealing hidden frequencies that were previously unseen.
So these aren't merely interesting weather phenomena then. According to this source anyway, it sounds like they're being imbued with a much deeper significance, like deliberate signals.
Well, a key insight from the source is that these are not seen as mere weather quirks, but meaningful signs in spiritual law. It points out that rainbows and halos have long signified blessings or divine presence across so many cultures and spiritual traditions. That's pretty universal.
True.
So now they are reportedly accompanying the waves of higher energy bathing the earth, serving as a reminder that light is multi-layered and alive with color, and that even our familiar sun can wear a rainbow halo like a gentle smile. The invitation here is to listen with your heart the next time you see one, because you may just catch the subtle message it offers, a reminder of wonder, maybe a nod from the cosmos that a new light is here, shimmering all around you, inviting you to connect on a deeper level.
Okay, moving beyond sight. This next point is truly poetic, but also described as a literal sensation. Have you ever felt as if the sky itself is breathing? It sounds like a beautiful metaphor, but the claim is some people are reporting a subtle yet profound rhythm from the heavens.
It is quite poetic, isn't it? But yes, a few sensitive souls report that if you watch quietly, the brightness around you seems to swell and recede ever so slightly, like a giant lung inhaling and exhaling light. It's described as very subtle, like the faintest heartbeat of the heavens, where the sunlight might intensify for a breath, then soften again, even when no cloud passes overhead.
Without clouds. So it's not just shadows.
Apparently not. Or late in the day, the glow on the horizon might quietly flicker, as if the sky is whispering in a kind of visual Morse code. These are moments when the firmament seems to have this palpable pulse, a delicate thrum that your spirit can detect when you are calm and receptive, connecting you directly to its rhythm.
A tangible rhythm. A pulse you can actually tune into. That's a deeply immersive experience, isn't it? Blurring the lines between observer and environment.
Exactly. It suggests a living, dynamic connection.
And this naturally leads us to ask, what is this rhythm?
Well, it's reported that you might find yourself matching your own breath to this rhythm without even intending to, suddenly aware that you are breathing in tandem with the sky.
Wow.
Some describe it as the atmosphere itself living and moving, like a great being drawing breath. In those instances, the boundary between your body and the sky blurs, and you feel cradled in a vast pulse of energy flowing around and through you. The source posits this could be the ancient heartbeat of Mother Earth, or maybe even the music of the spheres, becoming perceptible as the Earth's frequency rises and our awareness expands.
Earth's frequency rising. That's tied into the ascension concept again, right?
Right. Think of it like the planet itself is vibrating at a faster, more refined, energetic rate. And as that frequency subtly increases, the source suggests our own awareness is also expanding, allowing us to tune into these subtle shifts, almost like our internal receivers are becoming more sensitive to the universe's evolving song. Standing under a pulsing sky, you realize you are part of a much larger cadence, the breathing of a living universe, and that your own heart is truly keeping time with the cosmos.
And then there's this other feeling, this gentle sensation that you are not alone when you stand under the open sky. It's explicitly described as not unsettling, not like being watched in a creepy way, but more a quiet knowing, a subtle tingling at your neck, or a warmth in your heart, like a benign, loving presence.
Yes. What stands out to me here is how many people have quietly spoken of this comforting eeriness, that's a great phrase for it, the feeling that a presence moves with the clouds, observing from just beyond sight. It's described as a tender reassurance, as though unseen eyes are lovingly watching over you.
Comforting eeriness. I like that.
Yeah. You might find yourself glancing up, almost expecting to meet a gaze hidden in a passing cloud, feeling a connection without needing to see a physical form. Some describe it as if the sky itself has eyes and is aware of you. Or, going further, that actual beings dwell behind the veil, angelic guardians, ancestral spirits, or starkin quietly peering through, making themselves known by feeling, if not by sight. And it's definitely a far cry from any sense of fear or intrusion.
So this isn't unsettling at all. It's genuinely a feeling of deep comfort and companionship, a sense of belonging within the vastness.
Exactly. It's framed as a feeling of deep companionship with the heavens. The source suggests that as the veil between worlds thins, that energetic filter we mentioned, these perceptions become possible. As it becomes more permeable, their subtle greetings grow stronger, a ripple of reassurance here, a surge of love there, washing over you when you least expect it. It's framed as a profound reminder that humanity has never truly been alone, and that countless loving eyes watch over our journey from beyond the blue. This experience invites you to step outside, lift your eyes, and maybe sense a wordless hello from above, reaffirming that you're walking under a living tapestry, not just a blank, indifferent backdrop.
Okay, so beyond these subtle spiritual sensations, has something shifted in the very air itself, not just metaphorically, but on a physical level, a tangible alteration in the atmosphere?
That's another layer to this. The source indicates that many sense that even on a physical level, the atmosphere is becoming charged with new energy. It explains this by pointing to things like increased solar flares and cosmic rays pouring into Earth's domain, energizing the blanket of gases surrounding us.
So like scientifically measurable stuff potentially interacting with the atmosphere?
Potentially, yes, though the interpretation here is definitely spiritual. The claim is that the sky is not empty. It is filled with plasma, dancing charged particles, and lately that plasma seems to sing with higher frequencies. This infusion, it suggests, gives the heavens a subtly luminous electric quality, like a veil woven from fine threads of light, hinting at a higher vibrational state.
So the air itself is alive almost,
Yeah.
buzzing with this new, subtle energy. How would one even begin to detect such a shift, just with our human senses?
Well, looking at the wider implications, it's subtle, but you might detect a faint shimmer around objects against the sky or feel the air tingle on your skin. Little hints that the very air is alive with this charge. As the sun's activity ramps up and our solar system drifts through perhaps zones of intensified cosmic energy, the atmosphere responds in kind. It becomes a more conductive bridge between Earth and the cosmos.
A conductive bridge.
Yeah. On an energetic level, you can think of the atmosphere as an instrument being tuned to transmit higher vibrational notes. The sky is, in a sense, being prepared to hold more light and information, acting as a plasma screen for new light codes of dawn. That's a vivid phrase, suggesting it's becoming this dynamic medium capable of transmitting subtle, high-frequency information, energetic patterns, or wisdom directly from the cosmos. Almost like a celestial broadcast system that our consciousness can tune into. What was once maybe a neutral blue expanse is now seen as a dynamic field, a crackling interface between Earth and the great beyond. Yet this electrified quality isn't described as harsh. It feels alive and intelligent, as though the cosmos is waking up the very air, teaching it to glow and speak the language of light.
This next concept delves into a really fascinating idea, an uncanny synchronicity between human emotions and the mood of the sky. It's almost as if the heavens themselves respond to our collective feelings, reflecting them back to us in atmospheric displays. This goes way beyond just, saying gloomy weather makes me feel gloomy.
Right, it's more interactive than that. The source provides powerful and evocative examples of this connection. Think of times of collective grief, it suggests. The sky often turns gray and heavy, as though the earth herself weeps, sharing in the sorrow.
I kind of think of times that felt like that.
Conversely, moments of collective joy or relief, the next sunrise blazes with brilliant color under an unusually clear sky, mirroring the uplifted spirits. And this resonance even extends to a deeply personal level, where individuals may have felt rain begin just as tears roll down your cheeks or seen the clouds part when a burden lifted from your heart. This emotional synchronicity between people and sky is reported to be ever more evident, becoming a tangible feedback loop.
So the sky is like a giant emotional barometer reacting to the human experience. It truly implies a much deeper, almost sentient connection, doesn't it?
It does. And a deeper consideration here is the precise mechanism. Is the sky influencing our mood, or are we influencing the sky, or both? The source suggests the atmosphere acts like a great sympathetic instrument, attuning to the collective vibration of humanity. It posits that our inner climate and the outer climate dance with one another, truly intertwined.
That's empowering, actually.
It is profoundly empowering. It reminds us that by healing our inner storms, we help calm the skies, and by nurturing love and hope, we invite the heavens to shine brighter. This perspective reminds us that we are part of one living whole, and that the sky is indeed listening, feeling, and responding to our collective emotional state, not just an indifferent observer.
Okay, let's talk about twilight. Those magical hours of dawn and dusk have always held a certain mystique, but now they're reportedly taking on an even more profound quality. These transitional moments, they're now feeling like portals between worlds, offering more than just a pretty view.
Yes, what stands out here is how the colors deepen into these ethereal golds, purples, and pinks during these times, creating an almost otherworldly atmosphere. In those hushed minutes, reality itself seems to soften, becoming more pliable, more receptive. And it's during these moments, the source suggests, that intuitive insights can suddenly flood in.
Ah, the downloads.
Exactly. These are the downloads and visions people speak of. Whether it's a sudden flash of understanding, a vivid inner vision, or a feeling of communion with something greater, something beyond our everyday perception. When the sky paints itself in these otherworldly hues, you stand, as the source describes it, at a genuine gateway.
So these aren't just aesthetically pleasing light shows, they're actual opportunities for profound personal connection and insight. The beauty is like the doorway.
Wow. Exactly. The beauty is the means to an end, a way for something deeper to emerge within us. The source describes standing at a gateway where the boundaries between dimensions blur. Quote, ancient peoples revered sunrise and sunset as sacred moments for ritual and reflection. And now, it suggests, we remember why. In that pastel glow just before darkness or the first blush of daylight, the universe seems to whisper directly to open hearts. Twilight invites you to breathe deeply and listen, offering a chance to receive the gifts the new light offers: clarity, guidance, deep peace. Many find themselves drawn outside at these times for no obvious reason, compelled by an urge to just soak it in, as if their soul recognizes the portal, inviting them into this living temple of sky where healing and guidance seep through the very air.
And when the sun finally sets, the stars come out. The night sky's living presence only deepens, according to the source. It's not just a blank, dark canvas. Even the stars seem to shine differently now, brighter and near, like they've drawn closer to our perception.
Yes, familiar constellations pulse with newfound intensity, winking playfully and perhaps, from this perspective, transmitting a quiet, energetic song. And people report strange movements in the darkness, like a star-like light gliding where no star should be, or a pinpoint that flares brightly then vanishes, challenging our conventional understanding.
Could some of that be satellites or meteors?
Absolutely, and the source doesn't necessarily dispute conventional explanations for everything, but the overall effect it emphasizes is the same. The night sky feels dynamic and alive. The space between stars no longer feeling empty or cold, but rather a rich humming field of energy, as if the night's silence carries its own unique vibrational music.
A cosmic dance. The heavens actively engaged, and the source suggests an even deeper connection. A direct energetic interplay.
It does. A deeper consideration here is how deep this connection goes. It's reported that when you send love toward a star, your heart flutters and the star twinkles back as if an answer.
Really, twinkling back.
That's the description. And that connection, the source stresses, isn't merely imagined, it feels tangible to your soul. Truly, the stars feel vibrationally closer, within reach not just of your eyes, but of your very being. Like a reciprocal exchange is happening. Each point of light is described as carrying a distinct presence, a unique essence that touches those who tune in. It's as if the cosmos is leaning in, its vast darkness filled with friendly eyes and energies greeting us from afar. In the sanctuary of night, you are reportedly in communion with a living universe eager to acknowledge your awakened gaze, inviting a profound sense of belonging.
And the shifting sky is making itself known in our dreams, too, according to these accounts. So it's not just our waking perception, but our subconscious is processing this.
Yeah.
Have you had any uncanny dreams where the heavens come alive in spectacular ways?
The descriptions are often incredibly vivid. Dreams might feature the sky splitting apart like a curtain drawn back to reveal another world behind the blue, or clouds turning into luminous beings, or even the sunset speaking in a language of light that resonates deeply. Such visions carry a powerful resonance, often feeling more vivid than normal dreams, and etched into memory upon waking. It's as if some part of you knows that what you saw is real on another level, or could be someday. And within those starseed communities, individuals often share similar dreamscapes. Skies filled with swirling auroras forming symbols, or gentle beings descending through a crack in the clouds. Some even dream of stepping through a literal portal in the sky.
So these are more than just vivid dreams or, random nocturnal fantasies. The source suggests they're actually serving a vital purpose.
Well, one compelling aspect here is the suggestion that these dreams act as rehearsals for contact and revelation, softening any future shock by introducing the new reality in symbolic form. They're described as previews of coming truths, helping you gradually accept that the sky above is alive and shifting in ways we're only beginning to comprehend. While we sleep, our inner selves experiment with possibilities that our daytime minds might just dismiss or find overwhelming. Your soul, it suggests, uses these dreams to prepare you for a grander reality. So if your nights are filled with skies that speak and heavens that open, take heart. It's seen as a sign your consciousness is adjusting to the living heavens, the dream world gently initiating you.
Okay, this next idea takes clouds to a whole new level. What if the clouds are doing more than simply drifting? The source suggests they actually carry subtle information, light codes hidden in their forms, like cosmic data packets.
Right, so back to the clouds. Beyond just being water vapor, the source posits that they act like canvases for new light, where the sun's rays and cosmic energies play through them, creating patterns and pulses that feel intentional. Have you ever noticed clouds form geometric shapes or ripples, as if inscribing a message in the sky, or seen sunlight burst dramatically from behind a cloud and felt that tingle of knowing? Those might be examples of these light codes, high-frequency information delivered through the interplay of cloud and light.
Light codes, so energetic packets of information or wisdom, often nonverbal.
Exactly, that's how it's framed. Believed to transmit spiritual or evolutionary guidance.
So the clouds are, in a sense, like cosmic projectors, translating complex, high-frequency info into forms our souls can recognize.
Essentially, yes. Placed in a broader context, clouds serve as projectors for those downloads, diffusing intense cosmic light into gentle picture messages our souls can recognize. Maybe a glowing outline around a cloud stirs a specific emotion or insight, or a series of ridges might shape itself into an ancient symbol that resonates deeply within you. Such moments, the source implies, hint that something within you is actively reading the sky, translating these subtle cues. Indeed, the language of light is subtle, and clouds, by interacting with it, make it visible and comprehensible. They shift and morph in tandem with invisible energy waves, giving form to what we otherwise couldn't perceive. As Earth ascends, even the clouds are seen to join the transmission of knowledge, carrying codes for those with eyes to see and hearts to feel. The invitation is to try seeing clouds not just as random weather, but as loving scribbles from the universe, temporary letters imparting hints and blessings from higher realms, a constant stream of gentle communication.
Okay, given all these subtle yet profound sky changes, could this actually be a form of gentle disclosure, rather than, a sudden dramatic announcement from authorities about, otherworldly visitors or something? A much softer, more organic approach to revelation.
That's one interpretation offered, yeah.
Yeah.
That maybe the atmosphere itself is slowly revealing the truth that we are not alone. These changes, the unusual lights, shimmering skies, feelings of presence, are seen as ways to acclimate our minds to wonder and possibility, thereby softening the old notion that the heavens are empty. The underlying idea is that by the time humanity is openly confronted with otherworldly visitors or realities, perhaps we'll already be half expecting it because the sky has been hinting all along. It's a gradual, non-threatening preparation, allowing our collective consciousness to expand without being overwhelmed by shock.
So the sky is acting like a cosmic guide, preparing us, easing us into a broader understanding without fear. That sounds like a very sophisticated and compassionate approach, if true.
Exactly. And what's particularly striking about this point is the perspective that the sky is like the first envoy of the cosmos, preparing us for contact in a soothing manner. The source posits that maybe our star family may influence these atmospheric shifts not to scare us, but to gradually expand our acceptance. If ships are cloaked in clouds, maybe, or light beings dance in auroras, it is reportedly done playfully, easing into our awareness without drama, using beauty and wonder as tools.
Playfully.
Yeah, this gradual unveiling lets our collective psyche adjust step by step, allowing people to feel there is more out there without panic, because the evidence arrives through awe, not shock. Even skeptics might agree that if the universe were reaching out to say hello, doing it through breathtaking sunsets and mysterious rainbows is a pretty gentle and kind way to start the conversation.
Okay, another really powerful interpretation offered is that we are seeing the literal glow of Earth herself. What if our planet is alive and has an aura which may now be brightening into the sky as Gaia ascends? That's a beautiful, holistic view.
It really is. This perspective suggests that those pearlescent clouds and uncanny lights are actually colors of Earth's own spirit radiating outward. Perhaps those turquoise bands or deep violet tints at the horizon are Gaia's own colors shining forth as she undergoes this process of healing and energetic upliftment.
Gaia, referring to Earth as a conscious being.
Yes. In this view, the atmosphere isn't just air, it's the luminous edge of our planet's aura. We live, from this perspective, inside the auric field of Mother Earth. And now that field is reportedly strengthening and brightening, becoming visible to us. The source even mentions that ancient myths depicted Earth with a halo of light. Maybe that wasn't just poetry, but a distant memory of when humanity perceived the planet's energy more directly, more intuitively. And today, as the veil's thin, we might be starting to see that halo once again.
So the sky's breathtaking beauty is, in this view, Earth's love and vitality made visible. That deepens our connection to the planet, doesn't it? Makes us more than just inhabitants.
Absolutely. Placing this in a broader context, this view brings immense comfort and awe, reminding us that Mother Earth is ascending and we can witness it in the sky. We are not just passive observers of this process, but participants within it, our energies intertwined with hers. When you stand under a magenta sunset that truly touches your soul, perhaps you are feeling Gaia's love washing over you. When the sky shimmers unexpectedly, it could be the planet's heart signaling in color and light. To think that the sky's beauty is Earth's aura made visible, it can make you feel so much more connected. It reminds us we live on a sentient world, one that's glowing into a higher state of being, and as her aura shines, it uplifts all of us who dwell here.
And that feeling, that childlike wonder you feel when the sky astonishes you, isn't just a nice feeling, it's a powerful tool for integration and creation.
This suggests our emotional response plays a crucial, active role in how we assimilate these new energies. It sounds almost too simple, yet really profound. It does, doesn't it? What's particularly striking here is that awe is seen as acting like a bridge between our old selves and the new light pouring in. When you stand in awe, heart open, mind silent, you become fully present, and your vibration naturally rises to meet the higher frequencies around you. Think about how you feel under a blazing sunset or dancing aurora. Humbled, joyous, expanded. In those effortless moments, you harmonize with the cosmos, your energy field tuning itself to the sky's higher octave. It's an energetic alignment that happens spontaneously through genuine appreciation.
Can you elaborate on how that works from the source's perspective? Is it just an emotion, or is there a deeper energetic mechanism when we embrace that wow factor?
Well, the source suggests that by embracing the wow, you absorb the new energies more gently and deeply than if you tried to analyze or resist them. It's almost as if the universe is saying, just enjoy, and in the enjoyment, the energetic upgrade happens organically. Awe is described as the soothing balm that makes even intense shifts feel welcome. You might not intellectually understand every phenomenon, right? But you don't need to. Your genuine appreciation, your sense of wonder is enough. It signals your readiness to receive and integrate these subtle energies. In moments of wonder, we drop our defenses, the ego falls silent. We become like children under a sky of miracles, allowing our spirit to drink in the experience fully. So the next time the sky leaves you breathless, allow that feeling to recalibrate you. In that pure response of wonder, you align with the new 5D light, saying yes with your whole being. And that yes is what transforms you.
Amidst all these personal shifts and perceptions, the awakening sky is also apparently bringing people together. It's not just solitary, it's fostering this quiet, organic sense of community.
That's right. Informal skywatch circles are sprouting up. Small groups coming together, often spontaneously, just to look up and share what they're seeing or feeling. It might start simply with someone saying, "Hey, have you seen the sky tonight?" And soon neighbors are outside pointing out unusual colors or lights, validating each other's observations. Gazing heavenward as a group amplifies the magic. One person spots a cloud shaped like an angel and everyone delights. Another feels a wave of peace when a moon halo appears, and the rest nod, feeling it too. There's a real quiet camaraderie in these moments. People become bonded by shared awe and discovery.
It sounds like a truly beautiful way to connect, especially in a world that often feels so fragmented and isolating. Shared awe.
Yeah,
that can be a powerful unifier.
absolutely. And this naturally leads us to ask, what's the deeper impact of these gatherings? In a fragmented world, gathering under the open sky brings gentle unity. For a little while, differences just melt away. All eyes and hearts aligned upward in shared purpose. Synchronicities often spark during group sky watching, too. Perhaps everyone falls silent together as a shooting star streaks by, or a cloud forms a clear symbol that makes the whole group gasp. Such shared experiences reassure us it's not just us, others sense it too, creating this collective validation. These gatherings are quietly rekindling an ancient ritual, communing with the cosmos as one, sending ripples of upliftment through communities. Under the living heavens, we remember our shared story, that we all belong to something vast and beautiful, interconnected by the wonder above.
And in this new paradigm, the sky is also described as becoming a teacher, opening a quiet school of perception, inviting us to truly see beyond the mundane.
Yes, an open-air classroom, always there, subtly guiding our awareness. Each time you pause to search the clouds for meaning or feel the unique quality of the light, you hone your subtle senses. The sky coaxes you to sharpen intuition and expand awareness beyond the obvious, gently nudging you to pay closer attention to what you feel, not just what you see. It teaches patience, as you wait calmly for a rainbow or a shooting star, and in that waiting you grow more present, more mindful. It teaches openness, since you can't predict what the sky will show you next, fostering receptivity. It even instills trust in your subtle perceptions, encouraging you to accept those gentle nudges and faint halos as meaningful communications, rather than dismissing them as just imagination. In this way, the sky trains our eyes and hearts to perceive on multiple, more refined levels.
So it's an open-air classroom that not only expands our external perception, but deepens our inner awareness too, teaching us to listen to intuition, trust subtle senses. That's quite an education.
It really is. And what stands out to me here is how profoundly tuning upward translates to tuning inward. By actively engaging with this living sky, we are gradually prepared for a more expansive reality, one where intuition and subtle perception are just as valid as logical deduction. Each vibrant dawn, peculiar cloud, and shimmering star is like a lesson gently testing our awareness and exercising our wonder. Under this open-air classroom, we become children of the universe, once more curious, attentive, full of awe, always learning. The sky's silent curriculum, filled with beauty and mystery, leads us step by step to sense the magic that was always around us. In heeding this teaching, we grow in wisdom without a single word spoken, learning directly from the open book of the heavens.
Ultimately, then, the source suggests that through all these shifts, we come to realize the sky is not a passive backdrop, but a living presence engaging with us. It posits that the heavens are awake, and they're calling humanity into a new relationship, a much deeper, more interactive connection.
Exactly. Placing this in a broader context, where once we looked up and felt small or alone, now we can sense an invitation in the wind, in the colors, in the pulse of light above. It is as though the cosmos has stretched out its hand to us, saying, "Come be part of this," welcoming us into a larger, more integrated reality. The living sky beckons us to lift our eyes and our hearts, reminding us we are not isolated on some lonely rock, but cherished members of a vast community of life. We are being gently drawn into direct conversation and co-creation with the stars. In this dawning era, humans and heavens meet as partners, learning to read the signs in the clouds and the songs of the sun, reestablishing an ancient, forgotten bond.
That truly sounds like a profound shift, moving from simply observing the weather to actually communing with the sky, an evolution in our consciousness.
Indeed. We are invited to greet it each day as one greets an old friend, with reverence, curiosity, and love. As Earth ascends, as the planet raises its energetic frequency, the veil between our world and the cosmos thins, and the brilliant skies and subtle energies above are the first hellos from a larger family we had nearly forgotten. Now, maybe we remember. We feel the aliveness in the air and answer it with the aliveness in ourselves. The living heavens are calling, and the source suggests we are ready to respond. Each time you look up and truly see, you strengthen that bond, actively participating in this unfolding grand cosmic story. The sky is alive, conscious, and listening, lovingly inviting you to step into the greater cosmic narrative.
Wow, what an incredible journey we've taken today, really exploring the many ways the sky might be shifting and communicating with us. From those subtle changes in light and color to clouds that seem to carry messages, even the feeling of a breathing atmosphere. The observations shared by Zuri and of Sirius in our deep dive paint such a vivid picture of a dynamic living canvas above.
They really do. And these interpretations, whether they point to higher dimensional light or Earth's own brightening aura as Gaia ascends, or even that idea of a gentle disclosure from other beings, they all profoundly invite us to consider a deeper, more personal relationship with the world above. They challenge us to open our perception, nurture our intuition, and wholeheartedly embrace the sense of wonder that these changes can inspire.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? Perhaps the greatest gift in all these reported changes is simply that invitation back to awe. What if the very act of looking up, truly seeing and allowing ourselves to feel that childlike wonder? What if that's our most profound way of participating in this grand unfolding cosmic story? How might our daily lives transform if we started each day by greeting the living sky, not just as scenery, but as an old friend, ready to share its secrets and its beauty?
It's a powerful thought. We encourage you to step outside, lift your eyes, and just tune in. You might just find your own heart keeping time with the cosmos.